Be excellent to each other and party on. We're back for another Legacy League, and today we're playing Black, Red, Burn. We have Moonshadow in the house. We have DRC in the house. These two cards synergize very nicely, and we have 0 reserve list cards in the house. You can build this deck for a few $100s. It is a Legacy power level deck. I've got lots of leagues with it. This is the latest version, which I did experiment with Toka and Razor and found them underwhelming. They're from the new set. You can look them up if you want. But the important thing is I don't think they're good enough, frankly. So I've put Nethergoyfs back in. I didn't want to have too many Nethergoyfs because Leyline of the Void or any sort of graveyard disruption completely nerfs like basically all of our threats other than Bowmasters. So I decided that 2 Nethergoyfs is probably enough. And then I put Fire Blast back in the deck, and I'm playing a ton of Burn. Look at this. So this is 12 points of damage. 24 points of damage, 36 points of damage, 44 points of direct damage in our deck, not including the Bowmaster pings. Love it. We can often burn opponents out even after they stabilize against our creature, and we can get these crazy surprise upset victories. We can also remove threats as necessary so that we can keep pushing forward. We can take out tech cards like Stoneforge Mystic, like White of the Reliquary, stuff like that before they really get online. I am in love with this deck. I hope you're going to love it too. See you in round 1. Round 1, we're up against a Beanstalk player. Deck very near and dear to my heart. Unfortunately, we got this no-lander. Otherwise, it'd be insane. But don't look at it. Don't look at no-landers. Just say, oh, there are no lands here, and mulligan them. Looking at your no-lander is only a recipe for heartbreak. This hand is pretty insane. We got plenty of threats. I'm actually going to put back the Goyf here because I want to get Moonshadow as loose as possible. No, I'll put back the Theater. I'm likely to draw more lands, and this stinky ETB tap land is not what the doctor ordered. Because I'm going to replace these 2. Even a Petal does it. And then I just have a backup threat, because they are likely, if they are playing Beanstalk, they've got a lot of removal. My opponent's name is Kohei. Opponent is keeping 7 here. We'll put back our Theater. Let's fetch. I don't want them to know how many permanents I have with Moonshadow before I play it. Also, by the way, if you're wondering, like, couldn't you get Delirium triggers or Surveil triggers if you played the DRC out? Yes, you can. However, I find that it's usually not worth waiting. I mean, I could just get 1 trigger, but I do want to have a land drop next turn. I think I'm just going to draw through these. Opponent is drawing Riddler. Okay. That is unlikely to come out in time. Yeah, I just don't want them to waste us. I don't think it's likely they waste us. What are the odds they waste us with an active Moonshadow on the table? I'll just leave this in play, and I'll take a look at another card. I'm not in a hurry. I just need to get my land eventually. They're not going to be able to Bowmaster turn 1 if they have it in their deck. Okay, we drew another bobble, so that'll trigger with the DRC and hopefully get Delirium. So even if we don't draw a land, as long as they don't waste us, we're okay. Okay, and they're not wasting us. So I'm just going to see what's on top of their deck just to get my card. Okay, they're drawing another land. Okay, Street Wraith is great. Okay, another DRC. I'm going to go ahead and... I think I Street Wraith first, just in case they do have days. I don't think they do, but like it would be embarrassing if I found a land. Okay, and I do find a land. That's great. So check this out. I'm going to go ahead and do DRC. Now I'm going to fetch. So go again. Get another Blood Crypt. They're going to need to have a board wipe. DRC number 2. Now we bobble. Double trigger. Bowmasters is a good card against their deck. However, I do want to get Delirium. I'm just going to chill. I've got another threat to play out next turn anyway. Fire Blast is a great card that is going to give us Delirium here. And we're going to be hitting them for 7 here unless they have a Plow. They force to negate that. Crazy. Narset. Yeah, they realized like, okay, I'm about to die. That's what they just realized. They're like, it's not like this forced negation is worth saving me a counter off of this. Like I don't envy my opponent facing this kind of pressure. Stoic Covered Plain. So we know they drew a land for turn. Narset does like almost nothing against our deck. It's just so slow compared to what we're doing over here. Yeah, I'm gonna play this out, and we'll get them down to 1, and they won't even be able to fetch. Yeah, that goes in the yard. They may have a Plow, and that might save them. I'm actually gonna keep this because this is like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it because like. One situation in which we lose is that they somehow like stabilize with the creatures and then burn is how we end. All right. They take 15. They're at 1. I'm actually going to hold this Nethergoyf just in case they have like some sort of board wipe. That like if they just miracle Yeah, they scooped. But if they like miracled, what's it called? Then we might need to have 2 different cards in case they had like a force. I guess technically they're at once. They wouldn't be able to force. I don't know how they would have gotten out of that. Up against beans, most likely. It could just be blue-white. We didn't see any other colors. So it could be just like the blue-white Stoneblade decks that I'm playing and a lot of other people are playing. Pyroblast is an option for sure. Is Pyroblast going to be better than Fireblast? Probably. I don't really want to make any changes in my deck right now. I think I'm just going to run it back. Murktide's annoying. It's possible that like a Fireblast plus a Bolt, we can clear Murktide. Yeah, I'm just going to run it back. And blue decks almost never play Leyline of the Void, which is our biggest fear, is that the opponent just opens Leyline of the Void. This is turn 1 Moonshadow, and we have Street Wraith and Bobble to hopefully draw a land. I think I'm going to keep this. I know it's weird to keep a no-lander, but like our deck has 16 land, but like the petals are part of the mana base. Obviously. That's like how we manage to resolve our early threats. And we don't need to actually resolve that many spells. Come on, land. It's a Bobble. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play the petal out first, and then I'm going to attempt a Moonshadow. I don't believe they're playing Daze in their Narset deck. I could be wrong. That would be very sad. I'm just going to play with confidence here. Nothing to see here. Street Wraith. Always yield. Let's grow. Come on, land. Never didn't have it. I do want that probably. Yeah, I do. Now I'm going to go ahead and play this out. Look at a card from their hand. Are we going to look at a plow? They may just plow now to reduce the amount of life we gain. It is important that we fire up these baubles before Bowmaster comes online, just in case they're playing it. They have a Tundra. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at their top card. They're almost certainly going to shuffle this away. In fact, I could just wait. So yeah. There's no rush. I'll just wait until they're in step and then look. Okay, yeah, and then we'll see what they have on top after this. Yeah, they do the plow. I'm going to go ahead and gain an extra life for the road. Take a look at their top. Is it Brainstorm? Okay. Hopefully they don't have a Tomio. We gain 4 life. If they have a Tomio, they still can't Tomio flip, so I will be bolting the Tomio. Okay, there's land. There's Bowmasters. That's a great rip. Brainstorm. Yep, the awkward main phase Brainstorm with no shuffle available. So even though it looks like we've done a whole lot of stuff, like our hand is still pretty flush. Like we did 2-for-1 ourselves with the petal, but everything else has replaced itself. Or traded like 1-for-1 with our opponent's hand. We just don't want to flood now. Okay, that's good. We go ahead and get another card out of their hand here. Blue Elemental Blast is good to know about. So we'll just chill, and I'm going to Bowmaster, and they probably will see the Bowmaster coming. Oh, such a good draw. Holy cow. All right, let's go ahead and do this. And now that it's the instep, they won't be able to plus Tomio if they need to like Brainstorm to get value, and at least get the Brainstorm out of their hand. So we're going to take some ouchie points. They have a lot of mana, which is a lot of cause for concern. We need to rein that in. Wrath of the Skies is very much a risk here. If they tap out of Hydroblast, then we can Chain Lightning this. Okay, and it looks like they may be doing that. Fetching their basics. Okay, they are Brainstorming here. So this will flip Tomio, and Tomio's dead now. So that's great. I don't even have to bolt her. I just attack her with the Bowmasters, assuming Bowmasters resolves. And I can actually Lava Spike her. Okay, so this resolves. We're going to ping her just in case they plow. Okay, and the way they tapped made me think they have a plow. Fire Blast. I think what I do here is I just go ahead and attack with this and attack them. Because I want them to kill this thinking it's going to save Tomio, and then I just Bowmaster. And then I have 2 Bowmasters, and then they're totally up a creek. All right, we got it. Ding Dong, which is dead. Love it. I'll just pass with Bowmaster up. I don't want them to wipe my board. Like, they may wipe my board, but I want to be right back in it. Okay, this is an Arid Mesa. Plow. Unfortunate, but we've got backups. Fetching. So they are on likely Jeskai and not Beans. Narset. That is fine. I will let it resolve, and then when it minuses, I'm going to go ahead and do this. This way they can't force. Like, because they might be able to find a force off of this. Should I bother hitting this? Yes, because I can just attack it with the Orc Army next turn and deny them a draw. We've got a lot of burn in our hand. So I think I could like probably double live. Oh, Galvanic Discharge. That's a cool card. That might go after our Bowmaster. Okay, so let's think about this. I think we attack here. We attack them. They're at 15, and we have 3, 6, 9, 13 damage. I mean, like if we could just kill them right now. Why not just kill them now, right? Let's hope that this works. Okay, let's Lava Spike them. Because we know they have a Hydroblast that breaks this up. Lava Spike them. Chain Lightning them. Fire Blast them. Yeah! Do you have Solitude? Good game! What? I love burning my opponents out. So fun. GG's. That was fireworks. Like, just ignore the Narset. Ignore, like, the Hydroblast. Just get it in. That was crazy. Round 2, we're 1-0. We're up against a strong and versatile opponent with a 4-lander. I don't think so. I mean, like, I like the DRC and the Bowmaster. So they've been playing Show and Tell, Delver, like a variety of different blue-based decks. This is a mulligan because it's no lander, sadly. We messed around and we found out, oh, this doesn't do anything, but I can't put it back. All right, I'm going to keep this, and sadly, I think we ship the Petal, we ship a Bolt, and I just have to draw threats, basically. I have to draw through these and find a threat. I have 14 threats in the deck. I'm considering maybe taking out one of the Fire Blasts and just putting Nethergoyf number 3 in just to have a total of 15 threats. Because, like, I have had some threat light hands. Come on, threat. Yes! That's freaking insane. That's so good. Please let it resolve. Please don't because I'm going to fill up my yard and I'm going to find, like, the tastiest of threats, which I think is actually just going to be DRC number 2 is what I'm looking for here. Ouchie. I'm on a budget list. Let's throw this out there. Please don't daze me. I just want to fill my yard and go crazy. Let's see what you're on over there. Fire Blast is a great dodge. Getting closer to the Delirium here. One more type. I think from my opponent's perspective, like seeing Fire Blast go to the graveyard has got to be terrifying. Okay, Veil of Summer. Okay, so they're on a degen deck. Street Wraith. We are delirious, folks. I will go ahead and just take a look at their card. They're probably going to shuffle it away. Misty. I think they're probably on the Alurin deck, which is pretty explosive and is a sad devilation of my favorite deck. I don't believe if they're on Alurin that the lands are where we need to go. I think we just need to find an additional threat or some additional burn, but probably an additional threat. So I'm going to wait and I'll just do this in their upkeep or whenever they fetch because I want to get real information. Okay, they're fetching to 19. Okay, I'll just go ahead and bobble them now. See what they're drawing. Since I don't have to set the stop. I'm lazy. Cunning Wish. Okay, so they are on Omnitell. Probably not Alurin. I wouldn't play the Alurin deck, and you won't see me play it on the channel just because I live in fear of somebody actually making me play out the combo, which would be like hundreds of clicks. I'm not exaggerating. It's hundreds of clicks. You could easily run it out of time. Let's take a natural draw here. After our bubble, of course. So our hand is like totally refreshed. Oh... What are we looking for? I just want another... Oh, that's freaking nutty. That's great if we can get that. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, Chain Lightning's fine, but it's not what I want. What I want is another land for my Bowmaster. I think that's going to be good. I'm going to cycle. Our life total is not of consequence here. There we go. We can go ahead and just set up our next draws. Let's get a little more information about their hand. If I see like a Brainstorm, then I'm going to be patient with my Bowmasters, but I might main phase this. Veil of Summer. Okay, so yeah, I forgot. They have the Veil of Summer. So we're not going to want to Bowmaster them until they're tapped out because the Bowmaster ping will not resolve. Lava Spike. Again, I feel like we can do better than that. Maybe I'm being greedy, like passing up on all this burn. If I could find another DRC, I'd feel great. Okay, they have the Cunning Wish that we already saw. So I'll just attack and I'll pass. And then if they still have it up, maybe I just go ahead and feed them with the Bowmaster. They have to wait till the Bowmaster triggers on. No, they could just cast it immediately. When I put the Bowmaster on, then I have to target something else. Look at the top 3 cards. You put one of those cards in your hand and one of them in your graveyard and one in the bottom of your library. This is a cool card. So I am going to go ahead and play this now around their Veil. And then they can Veil and like stop the pings. But they have to actually cast it and they don't get a card for it. So we'll go ahead and do that now. All right, and we've got some pressure on them. Moment of Truth is a cool card. I haven't seen this in Legacy in a while. I think when it first came out, March of the Machines or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember what that set is. Okay, 2 cards. There's Moonshadow, so that can grow. It's probably a little late to the party because we're in the or show and tell. Oh, okay. Lorien revealed. So we are going to get another turn. I mean, there's a possibility that Moonshadow does something here. It's not like I can put it back. I don't have Brainstorm or anything. So Nethergoyf is a 5/6. I think we play both of these. So we can't control what's in our hand. You know what? I totally should have played out the Moonshadow before I did this. This was dumb. I just forewent Moonshadow value. We'll play this out. Yeah, that was so dumb. I hope I don't lose by 1 damage. That'd be super humiliating. All right, and we'll just play this out. And moment of truth, indeed. Do you have the win, OP? This is going to be a lot of damage inbound. I've got a bolt as well. I can grow Moonshadow and do a little bit more. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's hard to imagine them not comboing us and still winning from here. So they take 5. They're at 10. This Nethergoyf alone is looming over the game. Veil of Summer, just to draw a card. That's fine. This will just ping the army itself, I guess. Yeah, that's how it works. It won't die to its own ping because it grows. All right. That's a lot of mana. Do you have the show and tell? They do. Okay. I'm not going to put anything in. Omniscience. Cool anime omniscience. Cunning Wish. Imagine they're just going to win from here with the shared summons or whatever. Firemind's Foresight. If you are unfamiliar with this, they can go get stuff. So we are going to play Pyroblast and we're going to play Thoughtseize, and hopefully that'll be good enough. Oral Procession. Interesting. Oh, it's just a regrowth. Okay, they can use the Firemind Insight. They go get, okay, Processioning again. Wait, are they trying to build Storm? Brain Freeze. Okay, they're going to Brain Freeze me. Can they use Oral Procession indefinitely? Oh yeah, I guess they have infinite. So they're just going to build Storm. I've never seen this before. That's a cool way to win. So maybe they're totally creatureless. All right, whatever. Good games. Well played, opponent. Okay, so so the punt with the thing didn't matter. Thoughtseize, get in the deck. Smash the Smithereens. It doesn't matter here. I don't know why I'm clicking on it. Pyroblast is what I want. Cards that I don't care as much about. I mean, Nethergoyf is pretty meh here. It was a 5/6 though. I think we want all the burn. I don't want to take out any burn. So that leaves us with fewer options for what we can take out though. Bowmaster is good. He would have gotten some damage in there. I mean, it's possible we do take out the Nethergoyf just because it's slower. I mean, the fact that it doesn't have evasion, but it's not going to be a 7/7 on turn 2 like Moonshadow. I don't think they have any blockers, so the evasion doesn't actually matter. So Nethergoyf's fine. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but Bowmasters is slow and it doesn't have a high damage output. I might want to just cut that. I know it's a blue deck, and this probably is bonkers. Why are you taking out Bowmasters? Your best card, but it's not actually our best card. They have Veil, lots of stuff that can jam up the works. I will cut a Lava Spike, just lower damage output. So we're all 1-drops. We're oops, all 1-drops basically. Sadly, no land. There's a mulligan. Also no land. I don't want you to think, oh, your deck is poorly constructed. You're having to mulligan a lot. Believe me, the second I put out a 17th land, I will flood nonstop. I tried it. It was a catastrophe. Okay, this is fine. We just put back 2 lands. I just needed Alien. I could have led with Petal last hand. Actually, had a Petal in it technically, but didn't feel right. And we may not find a second land for this Fire Blast, but we likely will. So we have what I like to call the God Hand with DRC. It's just so powerful to immediately get value out of her with a bauble. And by playing 8 baubles, you dramatically increase the likelihood of that happening over a traditional Delver deck. So we'll bin that bauble their top, dress down. Okay, that's good to know about. It doesn't affect anything but the Nethergoyfs. But I mean, it strips the Delirium off of DRC and slows down me filling up my graveyard. So it's not a bad card at all against the match. Okay, this is nice. All right, so I can get Delirium this turn, and I should. Petal is another trigger. Let's go ahead and Street Wraith first. Okay, Moonshadow. That's great. So let's go ahead and Moonshadow. They force that. Okay. Pitching Oral Procession, which I believe is that regrowth card. Sick art on this, by the way. That entire Dragon set has some of the best art ever, in my humble opinion. I'm going to go ahead and play this out. See if we can Delirium. I mean, we can definitely get Delirium, but we'll need to use our Petal to do so. I don't want to draw that. All right. We get another trigger. Land number 2, I mean, sadly, I think we keep this just because... Wait. Yeah, we don't need it for Delirium because this is the 4th type. Yeah, so I'll just keep this and then I have Fire Blast up and then I can Surveil. It's not amazing, but it's not the end of the world. I do want to turn on my Fire Blast. All right, we'll attack. And Fire Blast is going to be the last spell we cast. So we get... I think we have a Bobble trigger coming, so we're not completely empty. No, wait, we don't. Okay. I thought we had more... we're running low on material for sure. I'm just going to attack. They're going to dress this down. Or not. Okay. That is a decision you can make. I'll end step fetch Surveil, and if I absolutely need to, I can Fire Blast. They're at 9. If we get one more tap with DRC, we're in a pretty strong position, but I think we're going to get raced here. They've been an Ancient Tomb, which is savvy. They definitely don't want to be dealing with that. All right, do you have the Show and Tell already? Oh, okay. Well, that's promising. Let's fetch Surveil. Theater. Chain Lightning is good. This is death if it resolves. Or if both of these resolve. But they're going to dress down now. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and just Chain Lightning them. Since this is sorcery. And I'll attack them for 1. And then if they fetch or do anything like that, then I can Fire Blast them. This dress down may very well have saved them. They're not going to expect Fire Blast, but I think maybe I showed it to them previously. Come on, fetch. Do something that does damage to yourself. You have another dress down? We got it. We didn't even have to show them the bolt, the blast. Okay, I'm keeping the deck the same. I love the fact that we can just go like full 1-drop. And I want to remind you, that was a mold of 5 that we just went on. That's why I was so low in cards. I was like, why are all my cards? That's right, I mold of 5. Wait, was that a mold of 5? That might have been a mold of 4. Yeah, that was a mold of 5. Okay. And this is not a mold of 5. This is a keep. It's as a land heavy hand, but we did get a Thoughtseize and a Moonshadow. I think I get the Moonshadow at first. And I hope, like, I'm going to take a chance because I do want to get a clock going. Misty. This represents Veil. Like, I might have to Thoughtseize around Veil. Ponder. Okay, I think it is correct to get the Moonshadow up first. Leave a comment on the timestamp with the timestamp if you disagree with getting Moonshadow first. They could turn to me. They do have Ancient Tomb in their deck. Okay, I'm going to go for this. There's a small chance that I draw a Petal. That would be insane. Okay, let's try again. Moonshadow is a growing. That's another Thoughtseize. That's a good card. Let's go ahead and check their top. And again, we'll be dead probably, but double Thoughtseize should do it. Like, we should stop them with that. Okay, Engineered Explosives. That is good against our creature. They're not going to have the mana unless they blow it up immediately. The fact that they have Engineered Explosives in their deck at all tells me they're like not playing Super Turbo. They're playing around. Gosh, that's a bad draw, unfortunately. Yeah, we may be able to Thoughtseize them twice, but we won't necessarily be able to close. And if they have a green source, it's like a true beating because they could have Veil. But we will likely get 1 strike for 4 in. Oh, Paseju. Yeah, that's unfortunately that's a black source. And I don't think that I think they're holding up like Veil or something. Oh, Petal. I'm going to play this out. I'm going to play this out. I'm going to attack. And then I'm going to see if I can bait them into interacting somehow. And I have the Fetch Surveil, which potentially double grows. And I just do want to do this anyway to get these cards out of my deck. They're terrible draws and also get other lands out of the way. And Petals. There's another trigger. Okay, so we're hitting for 6, which is not bad for turn 2. They could absolutely have the Veil, but I'd be remiss not to Thoughtseize. And if they don't have the Veil, then I'm just going to Thoughtseize a second time. And it'll be a complete nightmare for them. This is fine. So we have to assume that they're hiding an A, a B, or both. An A being their enabler, Show and Tell. A B being something to put in with Show and Tell. And if I don't see either of those, then I'm going to assume that they just stacked both of them on top. And then I'll Thoughtseize them next turn instead of this turn. Okay. There's a Show and Tell. They have Uro. Interesting. They do have Ancient Tomb. Okay, let's think about this before we take it. Like, stock up is kind of annoying. Maybe I take Show and Tell and stock up. They can Uro. They could eventually get Uro out. I might kill them before then. Uro can't block Moonshadow. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take both of these. So let's take the Show and Tell first, and then I'll just flash back and I'll take the stock up. So they're not dead, but they might be dead soon. Okay. Yeah, you can Uro and get some land into play. And they did hide something they wanted to keep because they could have Loriened. I think they may have hid the Engineered Explosives. I actually already knew about it. If they want to do that, though, it's a 1-for-1. Here it is. Okay. I think they're just going to blow it now for safety. So that's good because now we have perfect information about their hand. Okay, that worked. So their hand is currently just... They use the Scalding Tarn, so their hand is Ancient Tomb, Uro, Lorien Revealed. Which, with Ancient Tomb, next turn, they can draw 5 cards, which is not nothing. So I probably want to hold my burn close to my chest. Best thing to draw would just be probably DRC. Bolt's not atrocious. I do have one more Surveillant in my deck. I think I am going to go ahead and just bolt them now. I could just bolt them again. I mean, this is a window where they're not going to be able to force it. This restricts what they can do with Ancient Tomb. I'll just pass. Like, we're looking for 2 more bolts and the game's over, but like the Uro basically means 3 more bolts. I don't think we're going to win, unfortunately. I think we played okay, but like that EE, we saw it after we played it out. It was not like we could really do anything about that, unfortunately. Uro comes out. They gain 3 life. If Uro comes back, they're going to gain so much life that it's going to be very difficult for us to win. Ancient Tomb comes into play. Okay, I'm going to fetch Surveil. Nethergoyf would be great, actually, if we find a Nethergoyf. I'll just put it in my graveyard and bring it back. That's the best thing we could find here. That's a nice dodge. Come on, deck, give me a Nethergoyf or something really good. Oh, that's not good enough. Yeah, they can just bring this back next turn. I will play this out. I'll just pass. We're going to die to Uro pretty quickly, actually. It'll be 2 swings and we'll be dead, and the Hope will die first. Yeah, they could use the Ancient Tomb to Lorien Cycle and then go get a blue source and bring Uro back. And I just don't think we have any hope here. I can't actually imagine. Like, even if we drew Nethergoyf at this point, it would only be a 5/6, so it wouldn't be bigger than Uro. And Uro would gain life and kill us faster. Yeah, they're just going to do that. I'm going to concede. Round 3, the only history I can find for our opponent is that they play a lot of Doomsday. This hand is fine. This is a turn 1 DRC. With the Bobble trigger, we have a second land if we need it, but we probably won't. Opponent mulls to 6. We are 1-1, losing to Sneak and Show or Omnitell last round with the cool Uro juke. All right, I'm going to just shock myself immediately. There's no need to actually do this. I should have Street Wraith first, actually. I will pay the life, but I'm gonna go in Street Wraith now. Because if I find Moonshadow, I want to lead with it. Okay, another bolt. Okay, pedal. Let's go and play our DRC out, and then we can double trigger. Or we could even potentially triple trigger if we wanted to. But I want to keep my burn a little close to my chest here so that they maybe go in on an early Doomsday and we can flame them out. Any sort of pass the turn Doomsday is like EV plus for us. I think I've been that. Unfortunately, it does show them what we're doing over here, but do I? Yeah, I've got another trigger coming. Like, I just want to max my graveyard. Let's go ahead and check what they're doing over there first before we decide whether we want to bin with this. Okay, Unearth. Interesting. Like, I played against a Doomsday opponent in the previous video, which was like just an hour ago. Like, I'm recording 2 of these in a row. Lava Spike. I think we've already got a sorcery in our graveyard. I think this is totally reasonable. I'm going to top it. We've already got Delirium. Yeah, and this will just be extra damage. Because what we're going to do is we're going to swing with DRC, and then we're just going to do a ton of direct damage to them. So Unearth is only played in Doomsday. So even if our opponent, like, you know, Dark Ritual, Doomsday, if they fetch first, they'll be like slightly dead. Tommy is fine. I will probably just bolt her out of the way. No, I can just attack in and ignore. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore. Okay. This gives us triple burn this turn if we want it. I'm going to go ahead and attack and see how they react. Like, I can't imagine them blocking. So I think it's fine to go ahead and just fire off like one of these sorcery speed ones. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, I'll surveil first. I mean, I'm going to get the surveil either way, but I might be able to bend something else that sucks. Yeah, I definitely don't need that. Fire Blast would be a good find. Let's go ahead and Lava Spike them. We can Chain Lightning Tommy as well, but we can't Lava Spike Tommy. Or yeah, technically we can Lava Spike the Planeswalker side of her. There's another one. I think we keep that because that, like, yeah, burn is good. Burn is good. There's a reason we're playing this much burn. So even if they flip Tomio here, it's not that big of a deal. They won't have time to cash in the clues. They really need like a fatal push. That's the main thing they need. If they brainstorm here, I might want to just bolt her. That's risky because they could daze it. Okay, is this just clue crack? That's fine. Okay, so they're taking 12 here and they're... Yeah, I think they're pretty screwed. Go to attack for 3. I think I just unload most of it. I mean, I could technically play out this Delta, and then I don't even have to worry about days. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to play this out. Now I'm going to bolt, or spike, rather. I'll put them to 1. I'm fine with that, because then they can't fetch. That is perfect. Yeah, I'll just keep that there, because that gives me the last damage, and that's also very good against like a flip Tomio if they have one. Chain lightning them. Now we will go ahead and bolt them. Okay, they're 1, and I have a Bowmasters. And Doomsday will kill them. Fetching kills them. Force kills them. I've got lethal on board. Okay, got it. All right, so against Doomsday, I don't make any changes. Like, technically, Thoughtseize can take away the Doomsday, but I think we don't need it. I'm a little worried about Merc, but I think it's fine to just have tons of burn. We'll see how this game goes. All right, game 2, I'll tell you this... This 4-lander is not going to be tenable, unfortunately, even though it's got lots of stuff to do. Hopefully I'm not punished. Okay, this is fine. This is double Moonshadow hand. I'll just keep, and I'll put back one of these excess lands. Again, playing 16 lands, it's extreme, but you're still going to get a lot of like 4 and 5-landers. Fetching. This could be another turn 1 Tomio, which would actually be kind of scary here. Dark Ritual. Are they just going to do it now? All right. We are most likely dead. Like, I think there are plenty of just... So Thoughtseize wouldn't have helped here on the draw. It might be worth playing Thoughtseize on the play if they're going to be this turbo. But, like, keep in mind, that's always something that is in Doomsday's range, is just going Dark Ritual Doomsday on turn 1 before you even got into play your first land. Okay, so since I am going to do the Buffalo Chicken Dip FOP acronym real quick. We also get to see their deck here. I see, like, Baraggoyf. I see, like, a fair version. This is not a turbo version by any means. They didn't put the Cavern in. So let's count the Brainstorms. They have a Brainstorm in hand. They have a Ponder in hand. Interesting. They just completely took out their forces, which makes sense. Oracle's in their pile. I think they just took LED. I think they're just going to, brainstorm LEDs. So, not a lot to be done here, unfortunately. Yeah, I saw Murktide. I saw Baraggoyf. So they are kind of like a mid-range. They're not a turbo version. I didn't see any... they just happen to have a turbo hand. I will still put forth my best effort here, but it's not going to be enough. If we get even 1 attack, it's fantastic, but I doubt it'll happen. Brainstorm. Okay. If they put the Brainstorm in their pile, Lotus Petal is actually pretty good. So I think I just pedal and then I Moonshadow, and then we have extra pressure if they don't win next turn, which I just can't imagine how they wouldn't. But I think we have like a deterministic kill if they pass the turn. But again, I can't imagine them doing that. I think there's like some Doomsday like handbook that everybody passes around that just says like, oh, you just do this, this, and this, and you always win if you have a Brainstorm in hand. But yeah. Okay. So I think it's like LED, and then they like consign. They haven't made their land drops. They probably play a land drop. Or not consign, it's consider is what I'm trying to think of. Sewers. Okay. Then they LED, and then they return it. Wait, why did they keep the top card? Okay. What are they doing here? Oh, they Edge of Autumn. Okay. And now they have 2 cards, so now they can win with the thing. They can actually clear their entire pile because they have it in hand at this point. Yeah, exact. No way we could have meaningfully interacted. Good game. I mean, we put off a good offensive considering we only got 1 turn, getting 2 bodies in play, and like they were super duper dead if we got a turn 2. Okay, so here, I don't hate Thoughtseize. It might be better than Fire Blast just because the game might be so short that Fire Blast doesn't make an appearance. It's hard to strip burn, but I think it's okay. Take some Lava Spikes out. Yeah, if they have a Baraggoyf, that's another reason to want to Thoughtseize them. The way we lose is probably just them having a fast Murktide or Baraggoyf, which they can do. They are a pedal deck. And I am probably going to go back down to 1 Fire Blast. We haven't had them collide yet, but they will collide. It happens to be all the time. And then just probably go up to the 3rd Nethergoyf, and then we're back up to 15 threats. I think that's how I'm going to make the changes. I'm really happy with the deck, but there's just like these tiny incremental tweaks I want to do. This is an insane hand. So there is a risk that they just do what they just did to us. and we mitigate that risk by just opening Thoughtseize. Okay, they kept 7. Like, they absolutely could just have it. I'm going to be a scaredy cat. They didn't have it. So here, if we take the Merc, we don't need to worry about that. We could take the Dark Ritual. They need to find a land to get the Merc out, but they can almost certainly do that. Because they just fetch, then they ponder, and we're putting something in their yard right now. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to take the Merc just because I think... No, I mean, Dark Ritual's half the combo. I'm going to take it. I'm just going to buy time. Because they have a Wasteland. It's going to take them forever to get the Doomsday on the stack without it. We'll just have to race Merc, which is going to be hard. Because like they can probably turn 2. Please waste me. Yes. Okay. That's valuable time. That's basically like they just gave us a time lock, kind of, is how I think of it. Let's go ahead and get our DRC out. Yeah, I don't think it's ever correct to waste this kind of deck. But like, I mean, maybe it is, like maybe they sense that we have a low lane count. And we do. But we just happen to have a land heavy hand. Okay, so the hand is... Yeah, and Wasteland does fuel Merc, but Merc's going to arrive a turn later now. And hopefully by then I'll just have done enough damage that I can bolt them out. Okay. So yeah, it is scary because they could Merc as early as next turn. And it would be a 6/6. It's also possible, it's not likely, but it's possible that I don't have Delirium by next turn. Because I've only got 2 types. Another Thoughtseize would be insane. Okay, that's not good. That's not what I wanted to see. I think first things first, I'm going to go ahead and just... I'm going to actually just shock. I'm going to go really low in life. I need to get Delirium. So that is a creature type that goes in the yard. Sadly, again, I'm not happy about it because I would like to deploy it, but it is a little late to the party. And now I'll just fetch. And we just need to get an artifact or an instant in the yard, and then we're Delirious. Blood Crypt. Ouch. Like, we're so dead to Merc, it's not even funny. That is a dodge, but we're still... Yeah, I think we're going to lose, unfortunately. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, we'll lose to Merc. There is, like, one scenario where we draw, like, a Fire Blast or something like that, and then we pass, and they attack us with the Merc, and then, yeah, we crack back. Oh, they're actually one short of Mercing. That's huge. Yeah, they didn't have the other card in the graveyard. They have Bowmaster in their deck too, which is terrifying. I am going to have to Chain Lightning and probably Fetch Surveil just to ensure. Well, the Fetch Surveil is definitely going to happen. Do you have it? What is this? Oh, Bowmasters. Yeah, it's such a beating. Yeah, we lost, unfortunately. They have Bowmaster. They have Murktide next turn too. Yeah, we just didn't get there. There wasn't really anything I could do. That hand was fine. Keeping the Moonshadow wouldn't have done anything. It's too late. The only option we have at this point is to just burn. But I don't think that's going to get us there. Oh, that's a good draw. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to go ahead and just chill and maybe they make a mistake. I do want to Fetch Surveil. I don't want to have the Blood Crypt again. I have exactly one more Theater in the deck. They don't actually have Daze in their deck, I don't think, so I think we'll be okay. It's tough to imagine them doing anything other than just marking here. So this resolves. Their hand is Thassa's Oracle, one unknown. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I actually think I aim the Bowmaster Ping at this rather than the creature. I don't have good attacks. Yeah, I think this way we at least survive a turn. If I don't block or do something, then we will die. So hear me out. I'm actually thinking about blocking here because if I draw another Bowmasters, then I can grow this and hit for 2. And I don't think they're going to cast cantrips here. I could be wrong. Not wild about it. Okay, they didn't cast a cantrip, so far I'm vindicated. Last land of the deck, other than a whole bunch of fetch lands that fetch nothing. Bowmasters is probably one of the better draws. Nethergoyf might be okay because we only have 3 types in the yard. Man, we were so far from Delirium. Moonshadow comes out, and we think that that's going to be good enough, sadly. This doesn't even contribute to the types. I think what we need to get is... We need to get a Fire Blast, and we need to get exceptionally lucky. Lightning Bolt. This is 7/7. Oh my goodness. They can even play out the Thassa's Oracle just as a chumper. I don't think there's a way we can do this. We take 7 here. They may fetch, just cavalierly. I mean, if we had the Bowmaster out, they're not going to play a cantrip into the Bowmaster anyway. It just freezes cantrips in their hand, which is not our concern. Our concern is finding enough damage to kill them. Yeah, I don't think there's a way, unfortunately, unless they do something dumb, which I don't expect them to do. Like, all they need to do is attack. They don't need to cast anything. They could cast the Thassa's Oracle. I guess if we found, like, triple bolt, we could bolt this out. That is a possible path to survival. I can't even use this. Bye-bye, cruel world. All right. Well, we don't even get the card. I don't even know. Let's draw it. What would have been? Yeah, I wouldn't have done anything. Okay, we were 1-2. Brutal. I think Doomsday is an insane matchup for what it's worth. And yeah, our opponent played well. All right. Lemire 90. Play a lot of fair strategies. They said big fun, which I think means big fan. I think this is I'm not going to keep on, like, on the draw. I think we can do better than this. Okay, this is great because we have land. Moonshadow is great. I think they're on a fair deck, so Bolt is good. I think I'm going to put back the bauble. Do I want to put back the bauble? Because I could grow this. And a lot of it, like, I think actually I put back a bauble just because if they have Bowmasters, it's kind of a pain in the butt. All right. Okay, Urza Saga strategy. So, most likely like Moon Stompy or something like that, which I'm not afraid of. Okay, another Bowmasters. Couldn't get Moonshadow out. They could be on Affinity. Usually Affinity has like an explosive turn 1 though. They could be on a Chalice deck, which is very scary. I will be bringing in my because they're on Moon Stompy. Yeah, I will be bringing in my Smash to Smithereens. If they do play, they're probably just going to Ancient Tomb here and ride the Construct train. I can't Bowmaster ping one of those. Yes, don't play any Moxen or anything. Come on. Okay, unfortunately they have a Moxen, so unfortunately my Bowmaster ping trick is not going to work. I will not be able to take out the Construct because it'll be 2/2 when it arrives. Maybe larger. And Snaring Bridge. I don't have an answer for that other than burning your face, which I am going to do. All right. So we can grow this to 4/4 and still attack. I think that's the line. And then we just attack with our 1/1s from there. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Top card is Grindstone. Okay, so they're on Painter. But they're going to draw a Grindstone, which means they have to have the Painter. And I have a Bolt for Painter. So I think I just go ahead and fetch now to grow. So probably be the last time Moonshadow gets to attack, sadly, but it will be a blocker. There's no world in which I can like keep her from growing. So attack for 4. Now we have Bowmaster. But I need to hold a Bolt just in case they Painter here. So we got our card. Lava Spike is great. So what we're going to do is we're just going to flame them out. Okay. So they already have the thing. What are they going to get? Like the... I actually can't think of what they would get. Maybe a Lotus Petal here? Maybe Nuke our Graveyard, which doesn't really matter. Research Desk. Okay, so now Opal taps, and they can play the thing. The thing being Fable of the Mirror Breaker. They do have to take 2 from Ancient Tomb to do that. If they get a Fable token, I can Bowmaster and ping them, but I won't have good attacks. I may attack anyway. They've got 5 cards in hand, so they're going to have to do something, and then, or my Moonshadow can crack again. That is fine. Oh, no, they have the land, so no, Moonshadow can't attack. Okay. Grindstone. It's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. I will ping them. Shri Wraith. Let's cycle it. Moonshadow is going to be the mother of all blockers. Okay, another land. Not really happy to see that. Does give me the option. So I'm going to attack. I think they're going to block, and then I can Bowmaster ping. Just trying to do damage. That is fine. Oh, you know what? I should have freaking Bowmastered before. Oh, wait. It already happened, right? They already took the damage? Yeah, I punted. I totally punted. Because this would have grown and done an extra damage. That was a total punt. I am going to take this out so they don't have like a way to create mana. I don't think it really matters. But they already took the damage. I forwent 1 damage, which may make all the difference. Every single damage matters here. So that was a huge punt on my part. They're going to use the bench. So again, I'm holding up Bolt just in case they find the Painter. And then I'm just hoping that I'm able to flame them out. So this can fetch Surveil, but we can't do that until after we have made sure that they don't have a Painter this turn cycle. Urza Saga triggers. They shouldn't use this ability. Okay, that was not wise, in my humble opinion. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but like, what are you going to die to? You're going to die to my burn. They may not realize the extent to which I have burn in my deck. Alder, it's fine. Painter Servant is fine. They don't have the mana to activate it. I do need to bolt it this turn cycle. However, they're at 6, so I should be able to just bolt them out. All right, I'm going to fetch Surveil. Yeah, there's no, like they have to have double Spirit Guide, and I seriously doubt those are the last 2 cards in their hand. And if they are, it doesn't matter. Like there's nothing, well, yeah, actually, I guess I could have bolted if they did have double Spirit Guide. They need black as the color. Chain Lightning, yeah, let's keep that. Okay, and now that we've got triple burn, play this out. These burn spells look extra delicious. Chain Lightning you. So technically, like them making the punt where they, and I'm not going to say it's a punt because I don't know what was in their hand, but making the decision that I found questionable to go ahead and use, even with Fable, or even with Bowmaster, use Fable with Bowmaster out. I don't think that actually was that consequential. Smash to Smithereens, get in the deck, 100%. I think that's it. Cards that come out. Nethergoyf is good, but they probably have a way to clear our graveyard. They may be a... I could take out the Goyfs. I mean, they get really big. I want to keep all my burn in for sure. I can't keep all my burn in. I'll take out the Fire Blast because, again, I think I am going to just take them out. Just in case I draw 2 of them, it'd be really sad. And then I need to cut one more card. I think it's just going to be a Lava Spike because I just brought in like a lot more burn. This is an interesting matchup because they're a combo deck that is also an extremely strong fair deck. And now they have like the ability to hide. This is a snap keep. It's a lot of land, but yeah, like Smash the Smithereens is so good against them. Okay, Urza Saga. Come on, Moonshadow. Let's draw a Moonshadow. Okay, that's not great. I'm going to go ahead and do this first. Okay, Raucous Theater is just going to be my land for turn, I think. Just get it out of the way. Nice dodge. That way I didn't have to pay a bunch of life. I will play this out. I don't think it matters that it's out. We could absolutely die to constructs here, but we can blow up at least one of them if they invest a lot of resources in them. That's not what I want to be blowing up, but I will blow it up if the opportunity presents itself and if we need to. All right, Ancient Tomb start. Let the bloodletting begin. All right, we do have a Bowmaster ping on their dude, so that's good. We keep bricking, which is unfortunate. Play this out. I'm actually going to just probably use a pedal to preserve life total, and then I'll fetch Surveil in the end step. I am going to ping this creature, though. Okay, you get a creature, and now it is no more. Bowmaster is so good. Right, we'll pass. I will fetch Surveil here. I don't think I'm going to need to Smash the Smithereens this turn cycle. They would need like an insane burst of mana. They are making a dude. I will allow it. And then I'll fetch Surveil just to get this out of my deck. I mean, if I had a second Bowmaster, can you imagine how insane it would be? Let's hit up the theater. Chain Lightning, stay in the top. I think, yeah, we're going to have to try to flame them out. Because I can, like, kill that or something else that comes out of this. Chain Lightning can hit, like, they don't even have any mountains out yet, so they can't bounce it back yet. I'm going to have to probably smash this out of the way or Chain Lightning it so I can get my attacks in. I am going to try to get attacks every turn. Okay, Research Desk. 7 cards in hand. Another Urza Saga that we had to work through. That's not good. But they're losing life and this takes time. Opal. We have a pretty flush life total. Smash the Smithereens doesn't care about artifact count. So we might want to save it for a later one and just bolt this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I can fetch and just get the ETB tap one. Preserve my life total. All right. We are remaining hygienic, getting rid of this construct. We still have our insane sideboard card in our hand. I don't think any of these things are worth hitting with it. Because again, we can kill a construct while doing damage to them. That seems better. I'll just hold the Lava Spike for now. I've got plenty of mana. I want to surprise them with my reach. Another one. Holy cow. The construct train. All aboard. Unfortunately, they can do this without tapping the Ancient Tomb. That might be what dooms me here. Like if I find another smash, it's so good. All right, they're opting to just hang back and create these, which makes sense. So I'll go ahead and fetch my tapped land. Still at 16 life. All right, Bobble's not terrible. It's a redraw. We'll go ahead and cast it and just see what they're drawing over there. Actually, yeah, I can't manipulate my own draw, so I'll just take a look at what they're drawing. They're drawing a painter. They have a grindstone. So we attack. They draw a painter. Then we have to smash the painter. I don't like this at all. I don't like this one bit. And then they're going to just have the Urza Saga, thing going. Let's see. They pay 2. They'll draw the painter. They'll have more than enough mana to grind us out. So we have to smash that. So I don't have good attacks here because this is a tall construct. I'll just play it out. It's a good thing I knew about that. Otherwise, I would have walked into death. I'll just hold the Lava Spike. Again, hiding my reach just in case they want to tap to him a bunch. But I don't think it's going to be good enough, unfortunately. But this does mean that they're going to go and get... they didn't have to do that. Oh, they did have to do that. They did have to do that. That's great. Okay. So we've got a lot more of these coming, but they're going to see the thing, and they're probably... First of all, they're going to draw their painter, and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to go get a grindstone, which will be useless once we blow up the painter. And they're also maybe going to forgo creating one of these because they're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to mill them out, so I don't need to create a construct. Yeah. So this is actually, in the grand scheme of things, they'll still use the mana to potentially create this. They could be patient about it, which is scary. Oh, I got a bolt. That's freaking nice. That's redundancy. Okay, so hear me out. They are just letting this go, but they can just create another one. Wait a second. This saga gains. It hasn't gained it yet. We can do this. Check this out. Smash. No, we just... It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm going to smash it, and then I'll just bolt the thing. And I'll hope they don't have redundancy. Right? There's no reason I need to do this now. Let's just wait. Because smash to smithereens kills this regardless of its power and toughness. Then I have... I have to bolt the actual painter. Okay, yeah, and they're tapping this, which means they're going to get 1 fewer constructs. Okay. And again, my opponent's not misplaying or anything. They don't know. They don't know what I'm doing. Okay, chosen color is black again, so we don't have to worry about Pyroblast, which is probably not in their deck. Let's see if they go for it. Okay, now we need both of them to survive. And we don't have good attacks anymore, unfortunately. Everything is black and red. They could still have Pyro, but they're going to have to use all their mana here. Unfortunately, I am going to have to chump. No, I'm not. I'm just going to take it. Because I've got double attacks here. Gosh, they're being so patient. They're probably going to do it during my upkeep, though, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and smash 1. They're tapped out. It doesn't matter the sequence. And now everything's just red. And now we have attacks. And we mill a chain lightning. And what do we mill? A land. And another lightning bolt, I think. It's not bad. Now we draw. Come on, burn. Okay, this is not good. I'm going to attack them. They can make another dude. They could... they can actually probably kill me here if they have the Lava Spur boots. I don't think there's anything I can do. I want them to tap this. I don't think they will, but if they tap this, then maybe I can burn them if they're not dead. I'm not going to play at the pedal. I don't want them to see what's in my hand. I'll just chill. I think I'm dead. Because Lava Spur should be lethal. But if they tap their Ancient Tomb for any reason, then they're dead on board. If we get another turn. I don't think we will. This is a sorcery. But I'd rather them tap it. Because if I bolt them down to 2, they're just not going to tap it, and they're going to win through some other means. I need them to do some damage to themselves. Okay, so their construct is in, and this is lethal, unfortunately. So they're I just want to justify the lava spike didn't really deny them any resources. I don't think we needed to play to the out of them not having they may not have it in their deck, but I don't think I've ever seen them not have it. If it's skateboard is even worse. Yeah. Okay. So skateboard is the new lava spur. Yeah, we're good. Okay, game 3. I think we played very well considering the circumstances. All right. I think we just run it back. I'm not going to bring in Fatal Push. Nethergoyf would have been good there, but Nethergoyf is bad if they get the bridge out. These are great games. All right, game 3, finally on the play. Unfortunately, we had this 3-lander, but it does start with a DRC and a bauble trigger. I'm going to keep it. We have Smash. I mean, that's the redeeming quality of this hand. Bauble trigger reveals... I mean, we had to bin basically anything. Okay, we dodged the land. Very nice. So just not have more lands come. Okay, deck? They're drawing Sewer Valence Camp. That's not a good card. I don't even know if they can cast it. They can cast it off of the Mox, but it's part of a combo. But we can break it up with Smash. Pedal. Okay, what is this? Turn 1 Fable, maybe? That would be scary. Yep, that's so strong. All right. And yeah, that's going to generate mana value for him. We need to get rid of this thing somehow. Oh, no. Trigger. This goes to the yard. 3 card types. We're going to sail over their head, but like I'm worried that they're just going to get so much value out of this. Bowmaster is exactly what we need. Unfortunately, it's too slow. Like I need to get another DRC here. I'm also going to have to lava spike them to get delirium here since I whiffed. Wait, I could just fetch Surveil. That might get it, and I can hold the lava spike. Let's get the theater. Fire Blast is actually probably a keep. No, if I put it in the yard, then I can keep the lava spike. I don't think it's good enough. Like I do have the lands. Yeah, maybe it is. So I can just lava spike, and that definitely gives me delirium. But I have to forgo another Surveil. I think I'd rather just get more threats, like Moonshadow, that type of stuff. I'm going to come across. I'll just hold my lava spike again. I'm going to keep it hidden so they don't know the extent to which I can burn them out if they start doing Ancient Tomb stuff. Okay, they put the sewer and the grindstone in the yard. So they have infinite combo if they find the guy. And there's nothing I can do about it with my current hand. Like, I guess I can technically break it up. Okay. So the guy being the welder. Welder and sewer valence are basically infinite mana and infinite card draw, depending on... You need a third card, but it's an infinite combo. That's the main thing to note. Next turn, they can start copying things. It's pretty scary. Don't have another Fable. Oh my goodness. This is disgusting. Okay. Well, we're probably going to lose. They had an insane hand. They have a land for turn. They don't really need it. They're going to be generating mana every turn, and they've already got this soul land online. Fury. Yeah, that kills our only momentum. They still have 3 more cards in hand, and they've got like this insane reload. So yeah, I don't expect to win here. I am glad I've been the Fire Blast. We have to draw action. The Fire Blast is not meaningful. Smash the Smithereens is a great card, but it's probably not good enough here. I just have to chill and hope that we can smash something here. But they're going to flip. They're also going to do the thing. We can fetch Surveil. I don't even know what we find. Like, Nethergoyf's good at this point. Actually, I think I took out the Nethergoyf because I was like, well, what if they bridge? And I just brought in more burn. But the odds of us actually burning them out in time are very low. So if I pop this now, they don't get the mana. I think I do need to do that because they can't tap this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. It sucks. I want to hold it for something more meaningful, but it is denying them a mana every turn cycle. Okay, so we're dropping to 11 here. That's not good. And now we're dropping to 10 because I have to fetch. Painter's Servant. Okay, I'm going to fetch and then I'll smash that later. I do need to smash it before they can start copying it though. Because the blue, so they could have Pyro. I'd be stunned if they had Pyro. Theater. What can we even find? Like a DRC is fine. That is definitely not what we want. They just have so much pressure. It's like unreal. Bowmaster is actually potentially good. So again, I have to, this is basically a force play. I have to blow this up because they'll start copying it. They can actually make infinite copies of these too, which is terrifying. Yeah, I think we're just dead to like, Reflection infinitely copying itself. It's not infinite. But like they'll have plenty of mana to do it. They've already got like tons of treasure tokens. Okay. So I am going to just go ahead and pop this Bowmaster out and take out one of these. I don't think we win by hanging back and being patient. We don't have good attacks. And I am going to block with the Bowmaster itself. I don't think they're likely drawing cards, and I don't really care because if I can grow this to a 2-drop and it can trade with them, that's worth it. I'm trying to think of a scenario in which we can win. I can't think of any. Like, even if we drew a bunch of burn, they're at 11, which is pretty high life total. We already put a Fire Blast in the yard. Okay, Urza Saga. I'm just going to concede. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think we're going to... I think we're like 0%. Like, as close to 0 as you can get. So this has been a rough league. We've fought very hard, but we have lost the 3 previous rounds. Final round, we're up against an unknown opponent. I don't need a name. This hand has lands and spells, lots of burn, but no threat. I think we need a threat. Double threat, love it. Don't love the 4 lands, but we'll put 1 back. So what we'll do is we'll lead with Moonshadow, and then we'll follow up with Nethergoyf. I guess I could just... No. I don't want to bobble them until the Moonshadow's out. Sorry. Almost punted. So we'll go ahead and do this now. And we're just going to hope that they're on like some combo deck and they fizzle because our start is not explosive. Thoughtseize, okay. So they can Thoughtseize me and take my Nethergoyf. I can bring it back in a couple turns. Thoughtseizing me, it actually grows the Moonshadow too, which is nice. I doubt they take the Fire Blast. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Moonshadow grows. So blue-black tempo is the most likely deck they're on, which will have fatal pushes. But we can hopefully get at least one crack for 4 in before they push us. Oh, another Nethergoyf, you don't say. That's quite good. I'm going to go ahead and play this out just in case they like force it. Let's go ahead and fetch. I'll just surveil. Our opponent has perfect information about our hand. Blood Crypt. Get in the yard. Thank you. All right, we're hitting for 5. It's not bad. Not a bad start. And we're not yet ready to bring back that other Nethergoyf. Ponder. Love seeing Ponder. The scoop. Under pressure. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, so I think this is a likely Nethergoyf matchup, but I could be wrong. They could be on Doomsday. Pyroblast could come in. I don't like Fireblast against likely. Yeah, I think I just take out the Fireblast. We know they're blue. They saw the Fireblast. They might respect it anyway, even though it's not in the deck. Fatal Push could come in for sure. I think we wait and see if whether they're a Barragoyf deck for sure before we bring that in. But we can probably suspect they're a Murktide deck. And Pyroblast has just random things you can hit. Tomio and stuff. Not that I'm like super afraid of Tomio when we have 4 Bowmasters and we have plenty of burn. Okay, this hand is really strong. My opponent snap mulligans. There's probably just a no-lander. Delta fetch. Ponder. Okay. So like they could absolutely daze our Moonshadow, which would suck. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And I'm just going to play in the days. If they have the days, I have a DRC follow-up. I'm not going to Street Wraith trying to find a pedal here. That's great. Cycle. Bolt. Okay, let's go ahead and do this now. I don't want to give them Bowmaster fuel. Got a lot of burn in our hand. We don't have to worry about Murktide most likely, unless they still have forces in their deck, which they may not. Let's bobble them. Okay, they do have force. Okay, so that's good to know about. So next turn we can DRC with Pyro up to protect the DRC from force. If they push our Moonshadow here, it's a bummer. Pedal. Okay, they're on Doomsday. That's fine. I will F6 here. I think what's most likely to happen is like we know they have the force. So we can hold Pyroblast for the force. They may not have a blue card to go with it. So they're going to be, they're going to be low enough that we could just burn them out. But again, they're going to have the force. So what we need to draw is like a Lotus Petal. That's absolutely the best draw in our deck right now. Because it'll be at 9 and we can double bolt them. I imagine they're building a pile that does not involve cycling Street Wraith. Wait, actually, we might be able to get up to 6. Let's see. No, we marsh flat. We bobble. We might get them down to like 1, but that's not going to be good enough. Because they're at 9. Yeah, if I draw any artifact that I can crack, I think I can win. Let's take a look at their pile real quick. Okay, so 1 force in hand, as we know. Interestingly, they did bring a Barragoyf. So I see Ponders. I see all 4 Ponders. They have a Brainstorm in their pile, which means they're going to win next turn. I only see 1 daze here. That could mean they have 2 dazes in hand. It could mean that they just board it down to 1 daze. They don't have the Cavern in. They don't have the LED in. They may not be able to win next turn. I don't see Street Wraith at all. They may have just pulled it out. Maybe I should play Doomsday to understand like the lines and stuff, but I'm not sure. This is like triple Barragoyf. Very scary. Okay. So what I think we do is we untap, see what we draw. Come on, good card. Okay, that doesn't help. So I'm going to start with a bobble, and we're just going to get some more information. Oh, I should have played the DRC first. I could have gotten an extra trigger, and it wouldn't have been enough to win. It's too late. Let's go ahead and do it. Force of Will. Okay, that's the one we knew about. So options. We bolt them, and then we can fetch and surveil and win. Let's see whether they force this. They let it go. Now, if we fetch and surveil, we win. And even though we know they have a force in their hand. Come on. Give us one of the cards. Yes. Yes. We won around force. Insane. Turn 2 Moonshadow kill. You love it. All right. So that was a 2-3. Again, disappointing performance against Painter. We did lose the Doomsday once. Man, I've been playing a lot of Doomsday today. Doomsday is a good deck, but it's not a bad matchup for us. So we got half of our money back here. Let's take a look. So I went ahead and I swapped out the Fire Blast for the Nethergoyf. I just think we need more threats, frankly. I like this deck a lot. I think it's good. I'm not necessarily punting. I think there were maybe a couple punts that I knew about that I caught. There were probably other punts that I wasn't conscious of. I do think I'm getting about as good as you can get with the deck. That might not be the case. I also think that this configuration is better. I like just having the 2 or the 4 Bowmasters and everything else be like low curve burn stuff. Yeah, I don't know what else to add. The mana base feels like sometimes you get 4 lands, sometimes you get 0 lands. We had a lot of that going on, and I do think that the mana base is refined. I welcome any feedback on the list. I do think the Fatal Pushes are pretty good. I feel like 2 Fatal Push, 2 Pyro is the right split. Smash the Smithereens continues to impress. Thoughtseize was very clutch in that matchup against Omnitell, which I can't remember. I think we won the game where we doubled Thoughtseized them, and then we just lost the other 2 games. So like Thoughtseize is being quite good. Yeah. But overall, I had a blast. I hope you did too. Be sure to subscribe and tell your friends that there's this guy named Be Excellent who lives out in the suburbs of Texas who has kids that are not playing piano today because I'm actually playing while they're at school. And just loves to make budget brews to help people get into Legacy. Like if I could just wave a wand and say Magic's free, but we still get all the R&D that Wizards does, I would absolutely do that because I think that'd be a huge gift to the world. Like this is by far the deepest game. I've probably played, I've played a lot of Doom and Quake and stuff like that in my life, but I've probably played like 10x, 20x the Magic I've played of any other game. Like this game has so much depth that keeps bringing me back. It's so rewarding and so fulfilling, and there's so much skill involved. And I can feel myself getting better every time I sit down to play. And I hope you are too. Until next time, be excellent to each other and party on.